Wait, why are you so clean? It's because she is the box art. All right, she's the reason people are playing this game. You can't have her all muddied up. You have to pay extra for that. Your voice carried disbelief. The girl stood tall and poised, her clothes spotless, her exposed skin without a speck of dust. How on earth did she manage that? Victoria's Secret! Lilith placed a finger to her lips in a shushing gesture, then blushed slightly. I cleaned myself with the rags of the corpses. Lilith produced a robe from somewhere. It felt strangely familiar. What? Isn't that the robe from that scammer earlier? Your armor couldn't come off just yet, but luckily the robe was roomy enough. With Lilith's help, you cinched it with a belt. Looked almost like a cape. Your filthy body now wrapped in the white robe, you transformed from a vagrant into a battle-worn, weary knight. Lilith placed her hand on your shoulder and pushed you toward the military camp. Literally, where would I be without Lilith? It's insane. I would not, none of this could have been happened if Lilith wasn't supporting my ass the whole way. It's insane. The Griffin military camp is on the outskirts of Marigold Town. From a distance, you could see the tents of varying heights. Along the low outer wall, a squad of soldiers was marching into the distance, apparently on patrol. What if I authorized it myself? You and Lilith turned toward the voice. The guard at the gate was striding toward you, and when his gaze fell on your robe, you saw him falter mid-step. Along with it, his expression softened considerably. What? No, I'm not. Excuse me? A confused expression appeared on the guard's face. Oh, register first. Register. Of course, you're not any kind of official. These clothes were even stripped from a scammer. Unsure how to respond, you shot Lilith a pleading look, and she took the hint immediately. Please, Lilith! I can't handle anything on my own. Don't humble yourself, Lilith. You're not my attendant. You're literally my whole reason for being able to go on. That sounded really romantic. I didn't mean it like that. I meant it like I would literally be incapable of feeding myself if it weren't for you. Thanks to the goddess protection, yada yada yada. Okay. Lilith furrowed her brow slightly as if genuinely worried about the non-existent luggage. She said it! Non-existent! Yeah, not very well. I just got almost scammed literally 2 minutes ago. The guard kept scrutinizing you. You stood tall, appearing calm, but your palms were already sweaty. Lilith beside you wore an awkward expression. I mean, understandable. It is a military camp. They don't really let people just walk on willy-nilly into those. Especially the ones that have aliens in them. Things had come this far, so you had no choice but to play the aloof knight persona Lilith had improvised for you and accept the money pouch. Thank you for your generosity, sir. Oh, gold! The guard said nothing but struck his chest with his right fist in a solemn military salute. Your guilt deepened a little more. It would have deepened a lot more if I pretended to be a religious person. You quickly pulled Lilith away from the camp. Once out of sight, you hurriedly tore off the robe. Lilith's face also showed an apologetic expression. That was way too intense.
不过你刚才的表现很不错哦。
Don't worry, I've done a few beggings in my life before, so.
最后那一句像模像样嘛，或许你以前是个演员也说不定。
Maybe so, but let's not do that again. Again? Wait, can I go back? Wait, can I go back? Oh, it just redoes the... Oh my god, it just redoes the whole thing again. Whoops, this is my bad. Oh, deja vu, guys. Man, they just lost another package. Like I said, early access, I think this option should have gone away maybe? Or maybe it just gives you an option to like go back and redo it. I could do this, but I'm not gonna do that. Okay, let's go. With Lilith leading the way, you soon arrived at the guild service counter. Did I soon arrived? It's freaking 12 a.m. Lilith stared at the tightly closed doors of the service center with an incredulous expression. This look on Lilith was quite fresh. You watched it with interest for a while. Yeah, whose smart idea was go to the military camp and go to the alleyway twice? Wait, give me a second. Hot coffee break. Clearly, Lilith's hopes of registering as an official adventurer had been dashed. Babe, you can just wait till next morning. Well, when in Rome, Lilith mumbled something under her breath that you couldn't quite understand. Lilith, it is not your fault. It is literally my fault somehow. Then she let out a long sigh. That alley from earlier should do for one night. You know it. I don't like the Eerie Lands. They're so eerie. Pretty memorable? Yeah, but it's full of goblins. Memorable. You recalled the unforgettable experience of sharing a bed with corpses. Haha, memorable indeed. See, if I was more of a hack, I would make some joke about, hey, you know, with my wife, you know. But I'm not like that. I'm above it, alright? What the fuck? That voice sounded somewhat familiar. You looked up and saw a girl not far away, bowing repeatedly to a tall, thin man. This is not a man. This is a demon. You remembered her, the smallest girl from the trio of adventurers you met at the street corner. Her name was Erin? Excuse me? Did you tell us her name?
这位小姐，太阳马上就要落山了，我的宝贝们可都在你朋友的手里。一些药。
Is your precious goods their souls?
朋友们没办法按时完成委托，这对我来说也会非常麻烦。
可能是路上发生了什么事情，耽误了。我这就去找他们。
This manipulation, this manipulative. Come on, game.
小姐，您的身体看上去可不算好。
Let's wait here a little longer as my scales slowly strip away your soul.
这边的两位冒险者。
Maybe you'd been eavesdropping too close. The man finally noticed you. His slender body was hidden beneath a wide, finely tailored robe, his tone gentle and polite. A strangely dressed fellow, you couldn't help but think of street con artists.
我并不是什么街头骗子，只是一个等待宝贝货物。
I wasn't thinking you were a street con artist. It wasn't me.
他们本该在日落前送到，但现在却不知。
Poor merchants. This guy is not poor.
我想他们大概停在了诡谲之地。两位看上去就身手不凡，不知可否委托二位调查我货物的行踪？
Is this the same one that they were carrying, or is this a different one? His tone was full of helplessness. You stared at him, trying to read his emotions, but where his face should be was shrouded in darkness. And those terrible eyes. Was there some strange magic in this place? How could everyone figure out what you were thinking? Hey, what's up?
委托吗？拜托，护送商品的是我的2个朋友，他们让我在这里接应，
Eileen?
我也等了很久，
Come on, Eileen.
担心是不是
You know what I mean? Your name changed for some reason. They told me to wait. What? Like I said, early access.
会觉得
Eileen access?
那边最近可多了不少魔物呢，虽然实力都不强就是了。
Seeming to realize his sudden request was a bit unreasonable, the merchant slapped his forehead.
如果有好心人愿意帮助我的话，我会给他一些小小的奖励。
A small reward, huh? The merchant held up one hand and waved it in front of you. 5,000 gold coins? A slap? I mean, if we're gonna roleplay, I'm an idiot. So I would definitely give him a high five. Or 5,000 gold coins.
我想5000金币，我已经可以聘请威尔逊先生来帮我。
You can't just hire Mr. Wilson. He's a coconut.
是500金币。
Ah, yes, of course.
金币对于这种委托而言，可不是小数目呢。
Actually, no, Lilith, I think it's actually a little low, but I'll take it. I'll take it.
而且诡谲之地也不是什么危险的地方。
Yeah, but it's so eerie. The gazes of both Aaron and the strange merchant were fixed on you. You felt like you were carrying too much expectation. You were planning to go to the Eerie Lands anyway. Just taking a look shouldn't cause any trouble. We'll help take a look.
非常感谢你。对不起，我在上一次委托中受了
Don't worry, Aaron or Eileen.
险的。
It's okay. Don't worry. It's all good.
明明该是我感谢才对。小姐，你不要擅自插入别人的对话中。
Okay, well that's a bit rude. She was just saying thanks.
总之，我的宝贝们就拜托你们2位了。
With Lilith's explanation, you learned that the Eerie Lands was the name for the forest southeast of Marigold Town, also where you two first met. Lilith seemed particularly excited when mentioning this.
原本这里应该是没什么魔物的，不过因为黑雾扩散的原因，许多森林深处的魔物也跑到这边了呢。
I mean, understandable. I would also run away from the Black Mist. Black Mist? You thought you finally had a chance to ask about this unfamiliar term. Why had you kept forgetting to ask? Whatever, that's not important.
你可以将其理解为一种病毒。人类一旦被黑雾感染，就会癫狂、胡言乱语，乃至过激伤人。
It's the woke mind virus.
更详细的，
That's a joke, by the way.
清楚。不过，遭到黑雾感染的魔物被称为隐化物。
Called shadow touched monsters. Okay.
这些魔物比普通的凶多了，如果被它们伤到，很有可能也会感染。
Nah, I'm just built different. Black mist. Somewhere in the depths of your memories, there seemed to be an image of such pitch black bottomless fog enveloping you. Seeing you maintain your silence, silent Lilith softened her tone.
你也不用太担心了，我可以保护你哦。
I mean, yeah, I believe that, because I'm helpless.
毕竟我的剑术还算不错啦。
Excuse me, swordswomanship. Excuse me. Actually. Swordspersonship, actually. Indeed, you'd seen Lilith's fighting style, elegant, graceful, and explosively powerful movements. Though you hadn't seen other adventurers fight, you instinctively sensed that Lilith was probably a genius in combat.
除了哥布林之外，还是有蛮多魔物生活在这里的。
You nodded, like these adorable round monsters that had suddenly appeared before you and Lilith. Oh, it's a pouring! Well, first off, we're still in the alleyway. Okay, well... Guess I can just keep on using that. Because I don't know how to use anything else. Oh, wait a second, I...
下一个是谁呢？
Excuse me, what? Bolin attack. Bobo charge! I get it now. I get it now. I can't use it for the front lines, but I can use it in the back. Yeah, okay, I get it. Yeah, so those notches are placements right next to the level. You dead yet? Okay, finally dead. Your sword was covered in pouring slime. You gripped the hilt and shook it, trying to clean it off. The way you held your sword, the feeling of riding alongside someone, and those two words lingering in your mind before you woke up. Lilith, do you know about the Morphean Paradox? I'm really hungry. Lilith stared at you, lost in thought for a moment, then walked towards you. The shrinking distance between made you instinctively step back. You stepped on a protruding rock and nearly stumbled.
最开始你就在提这3个字呢。你真的什么都不记得了吗？
Lady, there's a bat! It's got rabies! Duck! There's 2 bats! You shook your head, confirming Lilith's question.
但你却记得逐梦者。
That's because it's the name of the game. Don't hate the player, hate the game.
没关系，我跟你保证过的，会帮你找到逐梦者，
Coffee break?
找回你的记忆。
Yeah, I almost choked and died, but that's okay. Lilith took a step back, restoring the distance between you.
唉，也别失望嘛。虽然你什么都不记得了，不过打起魔物来却有一手呢。
I mean, thanks. I literally just figured out how to fight them, but that's nice that you think so. Lilith said this while gently patting your shoulder. Put your hand on my shoulder. A somewhat familiar, high-pitched female voice cut into your conversation.
当初为什么要连夜赶路啊？该死的波灵，从我们的货物上滚开！
Oh my god, here comes the friggin' goon squad over here. Sounds like the adventurers escorting the cargo had run into trouble. Huh?
亚运行程卡得这么紧，不走夜路根本没办法按期交付啊！
Oh my god, these two are always arguing
是延误了。
and whining.
那群琥珀天平的混蛋们绝对会直接把我们放到他们的天平上，让按重量卖掉。
Catching the keywords, you and Lilith exchanged a glance and hurried toward the source of the voices.
我新买的防具被搞得黏糊糊的，好恶心啊！
哎，我再给你买新的，现在先想办法离开这儿。
该死的，我这被你也粘住，动不了了。
Through the gaps in the trees, you could see a group of round monsters of various shapes making cute pouring sounds while mercilessly attacking 2 adventurers. It seemed you'd successfully completed the first half of the commission, but were you sure you wanted to rush out and help right now? Obviously, I'm gonna help them. Seeing the 2 adventurers you briefly met before about to be defeated by the pourings, you didn't hesitate to raise your sword and charge forward. So fast that Lilith didn't even have time to say anything. Damn pourings. Damn pourings. Let go of that adventurer. Okay, well, there was some trap, wasn't there? Oh no, they're pink pourings. And by pourings, I mean Bolins. Well, let's just shoot a cannon at your face.
这挺快，
Missed! Play dance, let's just kill ya.
谁呢？下一个是谁呢？
Rip in peace. Rip and tear in peace. The 2 rescued adventurers thanked you profusely, especially the male adventurer who grabbed your hand and shook it vigorously.
我就知道你是个好人，太感谢了。
Okay, buddy, calm down.
避免了被洛马克，和洛马克破产的风险。
Lorma, your name is Andre,
哎
huh?
对了，
And no, never mind, it's Ander.
洛马克，今后在进展镇上有事尽管来找我们，我们一定会帮忙的。
Like I said, early access. You explained the situation you encountered in front of the guild service center.
哎呀，我就说你走得太慢了，搞得艾琳差点来找我们。
哎，我的精力没有你那么充沛，已经连续工作1周了。
I mean, most people do this.
为了最新的家用魔导器，我可是在为我们的生活质量而奋斗呢。
我明白的，
I wish you would
努力的，
decide on how to spell your names.
回去吧，不然天黑了还没送到，委托金肯定要折价。
What if I have to use your names in the title of the YouTube video?
是的呢，两位帮我们省下了一大笔赔偿金。
Yeah, so about that compensation.
琥珀天平的商人应该等急了，我们就先走一步了。
You watch the two of them leave.
总之，我们的第一个委托，应该算是委托吧，完成的很顺利呢。趁着还没有更多的魔物被吸引过来，我们得赶紧离开，找一处方便生活的地方。我可以给你做一些专供野外冒险者的特色美食哦。
Nice. Yeah, this dark, ominous forest. This is the perfect place for camping.
这个地方不错，背风有水源，而且应该不会被袭击，可以放心的过一晚了。
Yeah, sure, why not? She grinned and waved the pouring meat at you. Though meat was generous, it looked more like a lump of translucent jelly that probably wouldn't sit well.
咬起来 QQ 弹弹，软中带韧，划过喉咙的时候，更是像果冻一样丝滑无阻呢。
Is this me blushing?
相信我，只要吃过一次，你就忘不掉这种感觉了。
Yeah, but I kind of want to forget the sensation. Between the flickering flames, Lilith threaded the so-called pouring meat into a whittle stick. Her movements were gentle, as if she were doing something very important. Because of your helmet's obstruction, you moved almost to the edge of the campfire to get a better view. Take off your helmet, you freak! Show your bald ass.
烟熏到眼睛的。
Yeah, but the smoke's already in my eyes. The smoke show. AKU, Riz. But I can't see clearly from far away.
是因为头盔的关系？那摘下来试试。
It'd be so funny if I take it off and the baldness actually activates like an event where she loses all interest in me. Or maybe she likes it? That makes sense, so you gently lift the helmet, trying to remove it. At that moment, a sharp tearing sensation rips through your neck. Intense pain made you break out into a cold sweat. You grabbed the helmet's edge, but even a slight tug sent a sharp tearing sensation through your neck. You had to abandon the idea. This is what happened to Master Chief. That's why you can't take off the helmet.
没事吧？你还好吗？不好，
You know how cursed armor is and all that.
无法摘下的。
I'm fine, but strangely, I never thought about taking it off before. Normally, you wouldn't feel a thing no matter how hard you felt, but right now the armor felt like part of your own flesh. Removing it forcibly would be like cutting off a piece of yourself.
没事就好。
Are you saying I'm naked?
既然你喜欢，
I'm naked in the woods?
还挺有趣。
Like our forefathers were? It's kind of fun, actually.
话说回来，
How so?
之前的提议考虑好了吗？
Yes, please? Because I don't think I'd be able to survive on my own.
有了工会，我们就可以接委托，期间不断提升工会声望，最终一定可以认识到形形色色的朋友。这样一来，不管是逐梦者还是记忆，都手到擒来。
But I am the Morphean Paradox.
而且，我们也要挣钱吃饭嘛，你觉得呢？
The girl The girl busied herself tidying up the campfire and monster remains, waiting for your answer. Her words are like a stone dropping into a well, sending ripples through your heart, but in the churning water you can't find the answers you're looking for. They should have sent a poet. Lilith doesn't push the subject, turning her gaze back to the campfire.
波林肉只需要稍微烤一烤，让肉的表面焦化就可以吃啦。
Slimy, just like Mama used to make it.
就像溏心蛋一样，蛋白柔嫩，蛋黄刚刚凝固时最为美味。
I'm so hungry. I'd even eat the slime meat. You look at the skewer of slime meat pushed into your hand. Its surface charred black from the smoke. You haven't even eaten yet, but you already feel like it's going to be hard to swallow. Obviously eat the slime meat. Thinking about your dream of becoming a great adventurer and the hardships you might face in the future, you steel yourself, close your eyes, and take a leg bite of the slime. How did I read big as leg? Your teeth meet slight resistance at first, then quickly break through with brute force, cutting through the semi-solidified texture and clamping together. You bit off a chunk of pouring meat, silky and jelly-like. Without any help from your tongue, it melted on its own and slid down into your stomach. Other than the bland taste from lack of seasoning, you can hardly find any faults with it. Actually, I can find a few faults with it. The taste is actually pretty good.
我就知道你会喜欢的。
I always love tasting seared mucus. With you and Lilith's combined effort, the last traces of the slime in this world are soon wiped clean. We exterminated the slimes? They've gone extinct? We're monsters. They're actually really useful for the environment. Before all of the freaking mosquitoes that the slimes were eating rise up and engulf the earth, the flame stands before your eyes, stretching and warping you in Lilith's shadows across the forest clearing. After a day's journey, weariness washes over you like a tide. Lilith wraps her thin cloak tighter and curls up like a cat afraid of the cold. Obviously, we're gonna drop our cloak over her. You unfasten your cloak and gently lay it over her shoulders. You moved quietly, but she seemed to sense something, murmuring softly. You leaned in, trying to catch her words. Yep, that's me. Lilith buries her face into your cloak and her voice fades away. It's not my cloak, isn't it? The scammers? The firelight illuminates her unguarded face. Watching her sleeping features bathed in warm light, something in you steers as if brushed by a feather. Forming a guild with Lilith? Maybe, that's actually a pretty good idea. The night is long, the ground is cold, and whether or not you've reached out, this moment of silence and closeness has already seeped into the cracks of your memory. The flames still dance, and tomorrow is a new day. Warm blood trickled down from her forehead, carrying a metallic sweetness like rust as it slid past your nose, pooling into a dark red puddle at your feet. You looked down. In that pool of blood, you saw not only your blood-stained helmet, but also a shadow standing behind you appearing from nowhere. Its face was blurred beyond recognition, yet its lips moved slowly. You fought through the piercing buzz in your head and finally made out those words. The forest of silver shallots and the Morphean Paradox should never have existed. But thanks to the nice people that kickstarted this project, we are proud to bring it to you on Steam. I will banish every last one of you. How do I exit this game? I need to go eat. You jolted awake. How do I stop the game? Pressing F. I'm pressing all the Fs. Yeah, well, I mean, the screenshot button still works. Q, W, A, S, D, Z, C, E, T. Guys, I think I'm this is like the opposite of a soft locked. You're like locked from leaving the game. Alright, I think I'm gonna end the video there. How am I gonna close the game? I don't know. Somehow. Hopefully it doesn't like, you know, corrupt anything if I Alt F4. But I'm gonna end the video there. I ended up playing almost 2 hours of this, huh? I think I'll just have to keep on playing it, because like I said, I was just gonna try this out. And I ended up playing 2 hours of it, which is always fun. It's always fun when your plans bloom out like that. I'm really liking this. I can tell that it's kind of rough in some parts because of the poor translation and the fact that like sometimes the names just change randomly. But surprisingly, really compelling. Just like the first game, if I remember correctly. Hopefully, my commentating has gotten better since the first game. It has been a year or so hopefully that's the case. But if you made it this far, I appreciate it. Remember to subscribe. Keep watching the video, like and comment if you want to see more, and I'll see you on the flip side. Bye.